I decided to contemplate an ambitious question that goes as follows. How can one transform from a loser into a godlike hero? Does every person have such an opportunity? After all, in each of our lives, we are given different starting conditions. We are born into different families with varying talents and possibilities. Some are destined to grow up in prosperity, with access to education and resources, while others may face challenging conditions and limitations. These initial conditions can create disparities in opportunities and privileges. The Stoic philosophers assert that there are things we can control and things we cannot control. This statement is a fundamental part of Stoic doctrine. Indeed, consider that you cannot influence aspects of your life such as your origin, place of birth, genetic predispositions, as well as your psychological structure and cognitive abilities. Your roots and initial conditions are set by chance, and they shape your starting point in life. Regardless of how you may feel about some of these conditions, they remain beyond your control. Therefore, it's essential to learn to focus on things you can influence, such as your beliefs, feelings, values, skills, and more. From this contemplation arises the question, are there skills that can help anyone achieve success and harmony in life, regardless of external circumstances or innate abilities? The answer to this question is yes. Such skills exist. In this video, I will introduce you to two powerful and universal skills available to everyone. If you are interested, please like and subscribe to the channel and enable notifications so you don't miss out on valuable knowledge that can change many people's lives. So what are the two skills that can be universal and beneficial for people, regardless of their status, gender, wealth, or physical strength? My answer to this question is both simple and complex. The first one is long-lasting will, and the second is self-discipline. But what is the difference between will and long-lasting will, as well as between discipline and self-discipline? In this part of the video, we will delve into these terms in more detail. Then we will provide you with the story of a failure named Max, for whom these two skills helped change his life for the better. Let's explore the concept of long-lasting will or long-term will, and understand how it differs from the term will. So will is the ability to make decisions and act in accordance with them. It's our drive and our capacity for volitional control of our actions in a specific moment in time. Will enables us to make instant decisions, control our reactions to events, and focus on current tasks. Long-lasting will or long-term will is the ability to see long-term perspectives and build plans and goals that span a significant period of time. It's the ability to maintain our values and aspirations not only in the present, but also over an extended duration, possibly throughout our lifetime. Long-lasting will allows us to create long-range plans, overcome obstacles and constraints over an extended period. Ordinary willpower can transform into long-lasting will, which is a powerful tool in achieving a person's intentions and goals. Let's look at a real-life example. Imagine that you've started working out at the gym, and your initial few sessions were quite challenging. During one of the workouts, when you were tired and felt like giving up, your willpower allowed you to continue and complete a few more sets. This moment of willpower is when you made the decision not to give in, despite the physical and mental strain. After several grueling workouts, you began to see your first fitness improvements. You noticed that your physical shape was getting better and you started feeling healthier and stronger. However, over time, you reached a point where the rate of progress slowed down and the workouts became less inspiring. The temptation arose to switch to a less intense lifestyle and forget about physical activity. Yet your long-lasting will enables you to maintain a clear long-term perspective. You understood that achieving significant fitness results takes time and persistence. Instead of focusing solely on instant gratification, you remained true to your long-term goals, to be healthy, strong, and in good physical shape. You adjusted your workouts, developed new plans, but never lost sight of the ultimate objective. Long-lasting will is the force that transforms momentary efforts into long-term commitment. You might have seen people who decide to hit the gym for a short period to improve their fitness. That's an expression of their willpower. However, there are others who, over time, turn fitness into an integral part of their lives. They've been exercising for decades, and it's not just about workouts, it's a complete lifestyle. Their physical shape is always impressive, their health robust, and the workouts bring not only benefits but also joy and harmony. This impressive outcome becomes possible thanks to long-lasting will, the ability to sustain motivation and commitment over an extended period, even when initial successes seem minor. Now let's explore the terms discipline and self-discipline. Discipline typically refers to a system of rules, order, and control that may be imposed by external structures, society, organizations, or other external factors. It may involve adherence to norms and standards, compliance with established rules, fulfillment of duties, and the maintenance of order. Discipline can be essential for ensuring the effectiveness and functioning of society, organizations, and personal relationships. On the other hand, self-discipline is the individual's ability to manage themselves and their actions without external coercion. This means that a person can independently establish rules, standards, and order and follow them, even in the absence of external supervision. Self-discipline is related to self-control, the ability to make decisions and follow them in line with one's values and goals. Thus, discipline is often externally imposed, while self-discipline comes from within and depends on personal motivation and internal control. Self-discipline can be crucial for achieving personal and professional goals, as well as for developing psychological resilience. Example of discipline: imagine a student who diligently adheres to the class schedule every day and never arrives late for lectures. They strictly adhere to assignment deadlines, and their study materials are always well organized. This student adheres to the rules and expectations set by the university and complies with the structure of the educational process. Example of self-discipline: another student may attend the same university but has a unique trait. They set flexible schedules and study deadlines for themselves. They can choose when and how they will study, and this doesn't mean they are any less successful. Self-discipline involves being self-reliant and taking responsibility for one's own learning, even in the absence of strict external rules. Both students can achieve success in their studies, but their approach to discipline differs. The first adheres to establish a discipline, while the second demonstrate self-discipline by independently managing their actions and time. Listen to Max's story, who was once considered a failure. When Max began his journey, he lived in a small town where opportunities for career growth and success seemed limited. In school, he didn't excel in either sports or academics. Nevertheless, Max always dreamed of having his own business and being an entrepreneur. As a young man, he took his first shot, opening a small store. Unfortunately, this venture failed, and Max had to return to a tough and underappreciated job. His self-esteem hit rock bottom, and he began to doubt his abilities. At one point, he started to see himself as a failure and questioned whether he had a chance for a better life. But Max decided not to give up and gave himself another chance. His second attempt at a business also ended in failure, and he found himself at a new stage in life filled with disappointments. In search of a way to uplift his own morale, Max stumbled upon the philosophy of Stoicism. Reading and studying Stoic teachings changed his perspective on life. He realized that even in challenging circumstances, a person always has a chance to change their life. Max likened his journey to the art of archery. An archer must do everything to make their shooting technique perfect because this is influenced by the archer themselves, while external conditions are variable, much like blind fortune. Consequently, he identified two aspects over which he had influence. The first is long will, which is the ability to maintain intent over a long period of time. The second is self-discipline, which allows establishing a routine and giving meaning to daily actions. Max began to develop these skills knowing they would become his primary tools on the path to success. Max continued to pursue entrepreneurship and never gave up on his dreams, even when everyone around him laughed at him. His attempts were numerous and seemed futile, but his long will remained unwavering. And then, at some point, Max started a blog where he shared his experiences and failures. To his surprise, the blog became popular, and people started seeking advice from him. Over time, his blog transformed into an ambitious project, and Max became a successful business consultant. He surrounded himself with people passionate about the idea of business, and together they managed to launch several successful projects. So Max was able to overcome his failures and change his life, thanks to long will and self-discipline. These two skills created a cumulative effect that led him to success and confidence in the future. Max no longer considered himself a failure, but became an example of how a failure turned into a hero. From this story, we can conclude that long will and self-discipline are deeply interconnected. These two skills together form the foundation for your personal development, goal achievement, and life's enrichment. It's like the coordinated work of the skeleton and muscles in the body, allowing you to move forward and grow as an individual. Without special natural advantages or immense opportunities, you can become better than most people. These tools empower you to control your own path to success, guided by your values and ambitions. Regardless of how far behind your goals you may be, long will and self-discipline can be your faithful companions on the journey to harmony and prosperity in life. One of the remarkable features of long will and self-discipline is their ability to create a cumulative effect in any endeavor, like drops of water falling into a barrel. They may seem to leave imperceptible marks at the outset. However, over time, these marks turn into a full barrel. This result can be overwhelming, even if you lack significant talents or unlimited resources that others may possess. Instead of relying on instant decisions and quick fixes, long will and self-discipline instill sustainable and resilient habits. They transform your work and efforts into investments in the future. Thus, even at later stages of your journey, you can witness astonishing results that surpass expectations and amaze even those with natural talents and opportunities. Transforming from a failure into a godlike hero is an exalted goal attainable through the development of long will and self-discipline. These two skills, impervious to external conditions, act as two powerful tools always at your disposal. To cultivate long will and self-discipline, it's important to adhere to several key principles. Goal setting. Define clear and inspiring goals. These will be your beacons guiding your efforts. The more attractive and meaningful your goals are, the easier it will be to develop long will. Task breakdown. Break down your goals into smaller tasks and steps. This will help you see progress and maintain motivation. Consistency. Start small, but keep moving forward. Even small daily efforts can lead to significant results in the future. Here, practice self-control. Cultivate self-analysis and control over your actions. Train yourself not to succumb to instant gratification if it doesn't align with your goals. Regularity. Establish regular rituals and schedules. Adhering to a strict routine will aid in developing self-discipline. Learning. Never stop learning. Knowledge and understanding of the long will and self-discipline development process will help you refine them. Patience and resilience. Remember that developing these skills is a long-term process. Don't despair if things go awry, and despite setbacks, keep moving forward. Support. Share your goals with close friends and family. Sometimes the support of those around you can be a powerful motivator. Self-reflection. Regularly contemplate your successes and failures. This will help you better understand which aspects of long will and self-discipline require improvement. Continuous improvement. Your journey towards developing long will and self-discipline never truly ends. Continuously work on self-improvement. By following these principles and constantly working on yourself, you can develop long will and self-discipline, making yourself better and closer to becoming a godlike hero. Did you notice that I use the term godlike? In this context, the term godlike is used to describe a person who demonstrates outstanding spiritual and moral qualities, abilities, wisdom, and who also controls their passions and emotions. The Stoics believed that every person has the potential to develop and approach the ideal of a godlike person through learning, self-improvement, and the application of Stoic principles in everyday life. I would like to share much more on this topic, but our video is coming to an end, so if you have any questions or if new ideas arise, please don't hesitate to leave your comments under this video. We are always happy to discuss and share information. Thank you for watching, and may the power of Stoicism help you improve your life.